So just like a lot of boys growing up, I wanted to be a professional athlete. Mainly basketball, but did it happen? No. And it's okay. It's okay. You know, you realize that it's not going to happen at some point in your life and you just give it up and you do something else. You move on. I wasn't necessarily the greatest, didn't have the most work ethic. I wasn't the most gifted. I had to learn a lot coming up and it was hard for me. You know, things like that also depends on your circle. Who do you have around you to help push you to become this player or this person that you want to be? Now, I didn't become that famous basketball player that I wanted to be, but man, do I love the sport. Hence why I post about it, I talk about it, I do podcasts about it. I still play it every now and again, not as hard as I used to, afraid of tearing an Achilles or MCL or ACL or something at this point in my life. But I still play and I go hard to an extent. You know, it was a sport that I fell in love with as a child. Being at home and watching the Knicks versus the Bulls play was like prime time television in my house. And, you know, it's something that you grow up with and you just get stuck with. You know, you get stuck into the system. And that's why I became such a big fan of the sport. You are what your environment makes you. Fast forward 20, 30 years later, and that's a concept that I stick with wholeheartedly because I know you are what your environment makes you. Hence why in my life and my kids' life, I'm very critical of what they're around, what their environment is about, what they're exposed to. Because at a certain age, you are a sponge. You take up everything that's around you. You soak it up. And you can either soak up knowledge and good times and happiness, or you can soak up sorrow and bad times and despair. Maybe not despair. Anyway, the point of the story is that you need a positive environment around you from when you're young until when you're old. It doesn't just always have a positive environment, but especially when you're young because that's when you soak up the most. Now, my environment as a child has really displayed and really shown out through my adult life. Basketball, fitness, kindness, humor, whatever it is you see me as now is what was mostly given to me as a child, and it stuck with me. So after you finish looking at this video, take a look at yourself in the mirror, then take a look at your childhood and say, am I what I am because of what I grew up with? Or is this guy just full of shit?